Welcome back to Final Fantasy VI.
I swear I'm not bad at video games, I'm just stupid.
Okay, so we had a discussion about this, and while you're looking around the castle, I'll talk real quick.
Is there anywhere I should not go in the castle?
I don't think so. The idea is to...
Is it like, are we done here, essentially?
Well, now that we can use the castle to travel...
Oh, yes, we have to go to that new place.
That's
gotcha.
what we're
Okay,
doing.
so we'll avoid that while we're doing this whole thing.
Yeah. But something we were just talking about, actually, is...
Anyway, I'm gonna go do that thing I said we were
is there's something about... Well, it's twofold. There's, for one, older games like this had these boss fights and things where
Is it
you
Kefka?
you
Probably
actually
Kefka.
have to learn the boss fight. And it's expected of you to probably die a couple times while you learn what to do. Take the tentacle boss as an example. The idea is that you can pay attention to what's going on. You pay attention to what the boss is doing when you watch each one and go, okay, this one did this move. Now it did this move. When I do this, it does this move. Like, to pay attention to what's going on in that degree. And you would notice, oh, they tangle you, which puts slow on you, and then they grab you every single time. So what if I make the character slow immune? And, like, if you do that, the boss is a joke.
Well, yeah, it's just definitely one of those, it's hindsight in a thing. It's like, if I had known that and wasn't on damage control for not even half the fight, let's just be honest, 9/10 of the fight. I didn't have control until, like, that last tentacle was on the field.
Yeah. And even
Also,
then...
I don't want to interrupt real quick, but just this thought of, like, who would have thought air had been so precious? Are you thinking the Spaceball thing of, like, canned air to...
Yeah, but even if you're in, like, damage control, having the clarity of mind and understanding that you have to watch and learn. Don't panic or freak out. Like, you'll probably die. You just learn what you can and you try again. Which is why it's a sin to not have a save point right before a boss.
That's why you should probably pick up the Pixel remasters, which are also now available on the Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PS5, with a new font and new music stuff and new other things that you could do. Because that had an autosave beforehand, and oh boy,
And I don't know
trust me,
when that would have triggered, but it probably would have been
It was-
closer to the boss fight than where we were.
See, every time we do a scene transition, it's autosaving in between. So it's definitely one of those, like, we could have basically gotten killed at the boss and been like, alright, we'll just autosave. But on the old school shit, oh, we would have done that whole cave all over again, the whole castle over again. It'd been like, well, we just wasted about 30 minutes to get back to a spot we were in beforehand.
Yeah, just so you can probably die again while you still study and try to learn how to fight the boss. But that's part of how these games, part of how the games went. You have to, study, learn, stay calm no matter what's going on, and expect to die as long as you learn while doing it.
I remember the joke I was going to say at the start of this episode. I was going to say a joke along the fact of, like, welcome back with the 3 non-blondes.
So, the trouble, though, is, of course, we don't want to die because we're recording and not playing this just, like, casually. Oh, I'll give this a fight and see what happens right now. No, we have to sit down and make an amount of progress in a game because we have a limited amount of time to make a specific amount of content for YouTube.
As much as I love hanging out with this guy, it's like after 9, I think Barry just starts going like, is he gone yet? I was like, I want to be gone. I should have been gone an hour ago. I don't want to spend the night out. Your couch don't look comfy out there.
And on top of that, we actually have a fold out, but not out there, not that one.
Yeah, no,
But,
I know, because of other visitors.
Yeah, but the other thing is the very well-known Let's Play Curse.
Oh yes, the moment you hit record, our IQ drops. Well, if IQs existed in the first place. Our focus on the game drops significantly.
Yeah, as soon as you hit record, as soon as I hit record, we get dumber.
we are going to rest a bit here, but
Yeah.
I just want to explore.
And I think the reason for that is you could say it's tunnel vision, in the same way that it's a lack of peripheral vision.
Put a pin in that. Hold on, I'll go through the whole thing. She said, several residents left join the cult of Kefka. Maybe they returned if the loved one went and pleaded with them. I'm going to put a pin in that one.
Yeah, it's a
I
lack
remember...
of... Okay.
I remember one game where you were talking... I can't remember the game specifically, but I remember we were talking about this before, where you fell down in a pit.
Rabby.
Ribby? Yeah,
Yeah.
you fell down in the pit and you were like, spikes and everything, but
Yeah,
if you had
fell
paid
down
attention...
into spikes, panicked, tried to jump out.
Yeah, and if you paid attention, the other spike traps were visible at the same time you fell down,
Yeah,
and there
the
was
other
an item...
9/10 of the screen.
Yeah, and there was an item there that you needed to pick up, and you were like, oh, phew, I guess I'm not going down there, but you got somebody in the comments going like, you need to go back into the other pit. And
Yeah,
it's like,
how did you not see that? Are you actually blind?
I was like,
And
and you were like, no, I was falling down in the pit, almost died. What'd you expect from me?
Yeah, you have to understand, as soon as you hit record, because your attention is now divided, you lose peripheral vision. I say you get tunnel vision, but it's more that you lose peripheral vision. You are not in a state where you can sit back and more calmly take in the entire screen. And that's why, you lose peripheral vision physically as well as mentally. Physically, you lose it. I fell down that pit, I did not notice the rest of the screen. Because I don't have peripheral vision. All I see is that tiny pit that I fell into. But you also lose it mentally. Which is where you get that tentacle boss, or whatever, and some things like seeing that, oh, they do this each time before they grab somebody, you don't notice that, because that's peripheral compared to the mainline thing that you're doing. And we had this happen any number of times in Chrono Trigger as well, when I was playing, where you would have to actively explain what a boss is doing for me to grasp what it is that I had to do to stop them. Because, my peripheral just wasn't picking it up. And that's why you get, and people have pointed out to me, that, I will make an assumption, and then I will never go back on that assumption. And that's part of that, I think. As the one boss that I hit with an electrical attack.
Yeah.
Lowered his defense, but powered him up. And as soon as I saw powered him up, okay, well, that's not a thing that I do anymore.
It also didn't help that the fact that the text flashed by really quick where it's powered him up, but defense also went down.
Yeah. But, and just being able to take that, but defense went down, and being able to understand that, hey, I'm, doing no damage to him after he does this one move, or whatever, that's, mental periphery that I didn't have. All I had was, I'm looking at this guy, and I see, oh, his attack goes up. That's not a thing that I do. If I do that, it powers him up, so I shouldn't do that. So, you lose that peripheral.
Yeah.
Which, as I said, means as soon as we hit record, we actively get dumber. So keep that in mind. Sometimes, it's not our fault.
But also sometimes we make mistakes.
But also sometimes it is.
Yeah,
because that's how it goes.
It was definitely one of the... I think my problem the most was that it gave me 3 characters...
Against
and 4 tentacles, and 3 of the tentacles just took out 3 of my characters, and I was just sitting there going okay, well, I can't do crap for the rest of this fight for now.
Yeah, it very quickly put you into damage control mode, which is a very quick way to make you lose even more of your peripheral.
Yeah, I lost the footing, I kept panicking, and I was like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Oh shit, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. But other than that, I'm just exploring the castle, and, this is also my first time playing through.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know the bullet points, but I've never actually done stuff like this. That tentacle boss is making me think, like, where the hell did this thing come from that it gunked
Really?
up the engine? Like,
Didn't they say something about sandworms, though?
they said something about sandworms,
What happened
but
to the sandworms?
what's with the tentacle stuff?
I was
is
expecting...
It like,
yeah.
Is it just another underground creature? Like, I hope somebody explains it, because it's definitely going to be one of those, like, well, now I kind of need to know.
Yeah, because
If
the
it's
castle got...
And it doesn't have to be anything grand. It could just be like, oh yeah, there are also like tentacle monsters that live underground too, but you know, nobody cares about them. And it's like, okay, you didn't hand wave it. You just basically said this is a natural thing of the ecosystem. And it just happened to slip into the maintenance room. It's not like...
See, and the castle got stuck underground, which means it was working fine halfway through its trip.
Yeah.
And we can assume, because the tentacle had taken over the engine, that the reason it stopped is because the tentacle got in there and took over the engine. And they hadn't had a problem with this before, so I would assume...
You think Kefka maybe did something?
I would assume it's one of those ancient beasts that got released.
A massive tentacle? Well, I guess. I didn't think it'd be an ancient beast.
Yeah, like, who knows? It could be anything that got released. Like our Zimbabwe guy.
Oh, Humbaba?
Yeah, that we already fought.
Zimbabwe? Not even close regionally.
But like,
arguably close, but it's definitely one of those, like, you're at least within the ballpark, but you didn't, like, hit the ball and accidentally hit a car on the highway.
but like that. Just some other ancient creature that kind of got loose and made its way over and said, like, hey, this sand is pretty cool. I'm gonna go chill down here and run around underground. And like, hey, where's that castle? Ooh, engine.
Maybe the engine was warm for it.
Yeah,
Or,
like who knows?
Like that thing. I've gotten to the habit to where I knock on the hood. And
Maybe they went underground in order to hide from Kefka's destroying of the world.
I think they said something like that.
And just while they're chilling down there, this thing just kind of goes, "Oh hey,
new prey.
How you doing?"
Yeah. I've gotten to the habit to where I'll go to my car in cold mornings and I'll just knock the hood to make sure if there's any animals under there, they just scatter. Because I don't want to turn over the engine and have anything bad happen.
Yeah.
Also, apparently the returners are dead, so good job on keeping that guy alive during that whole raft section, I guess.
Just the one guy. It was Bannon died, and
yeah, just, I don't know.
he was the load-bearing leader.
Why do you think it's the world of ruin now? He died, so...
Yeah, well, Bannon died. That was it. That's really all Kefka did when he was trying to destroy the world. He just singled out Bannon.
That's it? That's all? Wow. This is... Hey, Cousin Joker. What is it, Cousin Kefka? Did you kill Superman yet? He's like basically the key to hope. I've been working on it. Some cannons it works, some it doesn't. What does he do in the other cannons? Fucking kills me horribly, but I get the last laugh.
All right, depending on what does the writer want? Do they want the Joker to be able to play four-dimensional chess with Superman? Or do they want Superman to just be Superman and go,
that's...
like, you could, like, explode bombs or do whatever, and, like, you can't stop me. I'm Superman.
I want one comic where, like, the Joker tries to Jokerize Superman, and he just goes like, bitch, no. Like, in those words specifically, and then just, like, flicks him away. Like, not in the way that it would kill him, just in that obvious way of, like, he's gonna go through, like, something, but he'll be fine on the other end. It's just that whole, like, I'm Superman, bitch, no.
Oh, I do remember seeing, I think it was just the title of a YouTube video that I saw, I didn't even watch it, but the Superman that laughs is apparently a thing.
What? Is it like the Batman who laughs thing? Yeah.
And I don't know if it's in, because I didn't watch the video, all I saw was that title. I don't know if it's like, it's in the Batman that laughs canon, that like Superman also got Jokerized, or
no,
what?
The thing is that he killed his Superman. Like, like, Superman tries to talk to him and goes like, I know you, Bruce, even if you're in an alternate dimension. And he goes like, oh, Clark, you tried that shit on the old me, and I killed you anyway. So, it's definitely one of those, like, no.
Well, it's also comic books.
Yeah, it's comic
So, like,
books.
they can just go like, hey, what if we just make an alternate universe Batman who laughs? We're just gonna have a little alternate universe fun one-shot or whatever, where Superman also gets Jokerized, and then he has got to fight the Batman who laughs.
Did you make a comic book about Superman getting Jokerized that also involves Batman? Good. Sell 30,000 copies of 12 issues or else I'm firing you. It's like, oh, for God's sake.
Just like video games.
God, there was one joke from Linkara I swore that I loved, and it's like, it's too perfect, where it's like, somebody goes like, Batman? I've heard of Batman. It was Flashpoint. So it's like, Barry did his whole, like, tried to save his mom, screwed up everything, made the universe to where, like, none of the characters he knows exist and everything. He's not even the Flash in that one. And he's talking to his mom, goes like, do you know the Justice League? Do you know Superman? Do you know Batman? And she goes like, oh, Batman, I know about him. And he clicks in and goes like, it is every Warner Brothers executive ever. And I'm like, oh, God, it's too perfect of a joke.
It's just, I'm gonna go stand by in the engine room in case another tentacle shows up. Can we get, like, a couple guards in there, too? Even if they don't do much, they'll, like, hold a tentacle for a minute.
There was probably some tool I needed to use that would have been, like, 100% perfect. I've been like, oh, crap.
Well, so the tentacle, it slows you, and then it will grab anyone who is slowed.
Yeah.
So if you put, like, the Hermes sandals or whatever that, like, gives you auto haste,
Yeah.
if you put those on everybody,
You just win.
you just win.
Because it can't do crap. Best it could do is, like, other stuff.
So let's see here.
Alright, we are in this little desert part right up here.
Okay, so you got the Soul Saber, right?
Yes, we have that.
I'm recapping last time.
We got the Soul Saber, and I bought the Defibrillator.
The Debilitator.
Debilitator, sorry. I keep
also a cool weapon if he'd get one.
I think it's that Ralph the Raven kind of thing. It's like, it's supposed to be Wrath the Raven. It's like, are you sure? I kept saying Ralph the Raven. And it's like, no, it's Wrath the Raven.
I'd have to look at the name. Maybe the font, too.
Nah, it's...
Because I know Yoshi's Island had a kind of funky-looking font.
No, this is from Paper Mario.
Oh, Paper Mario. See, I was thinking the boss in...
It's the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially. Let's see. So we're here. So I'm assuming... Where's the exit of the desert? Is it north? It looks like it's north.
Yeah, I mean, you can leave wherever you want.
Oh, wait, are these mountains not anything?
Yeah, they're not anything.
Oh, okay.
It's just burnt ground.
Okay. I thought they were mountains.
Oh.
Okay, well, yeah, I get these are mountains down here in that continent.
So you have 4 locations you can go to. Progress, however, is in Collingen, which I think is the far
Is it the Dragon Eye?
I think it's the far north one.
Okay.
Because
so
I think that's the one where...
I think we stopped by there at some point before we went south to that one rich place.
I can't remember his name. Locke.
Locke?
Was
that
gonna
Locke's
say,
place?
Yeah, I was going to say creepy guy, but I couldn't remember his Locke. I think it's his town.
Oh, okay.
Is where we're going.
I feel so bad because so many people like Locke, and it's like, I like Locke too, but this is creepy. Like, no matter how you think of it. It's like, it's beautiful in that sense that he kind of just doesn't want to let her go, and he's tragically torn between it. If the guy didn't do a creepy laugh...
Yeah, I feel like...
If the guy was just like, I've wanted to do something like this forever, and I'm trying to help you get past this, but I need you to understand that you are not going to get past this tragically, instead of like, I've been working on something like this forever. I do naughty stuff to the body in other games because it's rated M for mature. Mature with 7 quotation marks on each side.
Yeah, Locke... I joke that Locke is creepy, and I feel like there's, like, 3 reasons for that. One being... he's got a real creeper down there taking care of the body.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Which, like, that's not necessarily Locke's fault, but that's the guy that Locke is working with.
Yeah. Oh, shit!
Bogey.
Oh, God, get away from the shoreline.
Bogey, bogey, bogey.
Did it turn to nighttime? Oh, crap, our pool party's gonna be horrible. We're trying to get all these... Alright, just try to pull the crab, avoid the boogie. as much as you can. Oh, you pull the boogie. Crap.
Everybody run.
Yeah, just get back to town. Get back.
Get to the dune.
Yeah,
Not the
get back
dunes.
to
What was the
Selbina.
town?
Selbina.
Selbina. Ready.
Get back to Selbina. We'll zone the boogie, and then we'll go back to our spot. Just to
Oh,
let
gee, zone.
Yeah, just to let everybody know we're zoning. This is going to be our spot. We'll come back to it. We're just zoning because we accidentally aggroed a boogie.
Hope nobody's chilling near the town. You know they will, and they're all dead. So this guy has 1,318 HP, 15 attack, 10 magic. He starts the fight with Protect. He can use Growl, which just does damage, and that's literally it. All he can do is hit you. Yeah, but, yeah, Locke, creepy for like 3 reasons. If the guy that he was working with to save her wasn't nearly as creepy, and like, on one hand, yeah, that shouldn't necessarily reflect on Locke, but it still kind of does.
Yeah, you kind of went for the creepy guy. You should probably like re-examine why you went for the creepy guy to help you. It's like going up to the Joker and expecting anything good to happen with him. It's like, it's the Joker. No.
Like, that's part of it. Because, like, creepy guy, that means you're willing to do creepy and work with creepy guy in order to get this working.
I guess it also shows how desperate he is in that tragic sort of sense, where it's like he's gone to everyone else and nobody else will help him, so he has to go to, like, the black market of people.
Yeah. Which, in itself, little creepy.
Yeah, it's like there's just...
That, like, you're willing to do that.
I'm trying to meet you people halfway. I like Locke, but he went for the creepy person. Daryl's tomb. Did we know Daryl?
I don't know a Daryl.
I think Seltzer mentioned somebody named Daryl. But,
Anyway, I guess that was that.
yeah, okay, well, we know where that's at. Yeah, no, it's like, I'm trying to meet you halfway, but,
Is that Yatagarasu?
It kind of feels like it, honestly. Do you know that that's legal again now?
Oh boy.
Well, it's only legal because it's been power creep so much that you can't do crap against it. It's like you're wasting a slot in your deck with it.
Dang it. Man, that was my guy, though.
Oh, yeah, it was him and Chaos Emperor Dragon that basically ruined so much. Well, it was everyone else who played them so much that ruined Yu-Gi-Oh!
Don't play me with old school rules, man. I will absolutely Yatagarasu your
Yeah.
fight.
But it was definitely one of those.
They banned it because of me.
Do you know so many video games with Yu-Gi-Oh! In it actually have a clause for the AI that if you actually get the Yatagarasu thing to happen, they automatically give up? Because they realize...
you can't do anything.
Yeah,
just give up.
They just realize automatically, oh, yep, this is that lock. All right, we surrender. Because it's just basically a slow bleed at that point.
Yeah, it was that and... What was that snake?
Sinister Serpent?
Sinister Serpent.
The one that kept coming back?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good... that was good. You should have seen
It's like just enough to buy time so like I can kind of set up for Yatagarasu.
You should have seen Treeborn Frog. Everything I've seen of that before they eroded it was so terrible because it was the perfect sacrifice fodder for everything. 'Cause it was just basically like you sacrificed it and it like immediately came back. And so you like just keep sacrificing it again and again. It's like they keep doing Cannon Soldier based stuff and then they keep banning it and then they keep going like, maybe we should bring Cannon Soldier back. And then they keep having to ban it again because everybody keeps going like, all right, I summon this new Cannon Soldier. It does 500 damage for all these things I sacrifice. I summoned 70 fucking things. You're dead.
Okay, so 1,418 HP, 19 attack, 10 magic. I should probably start giving defense too, if only because sometimes enemies have weird defense values. 102 defense, 100 seems to be about the baseline. Weak to wind.
Well, it just died to Razor Gale, so plus.
It can use Talon, which is attack, just damage. It can use Arrow and White Wind, which I think is just damage and healing.
See, the thing is that we're in this weird era with this thing where Arrow is a blue magic spell. Because that's a blue magic spell in this one. Yeah, I was just like, it just like clicked with me. It's like you said wind magic, and I was like, good thing I had sap. Wait a minute. Arrow's not a white magic. Arrow's not a magic spell. it's a blue magic spell. It's goes back and forth between white or black magic depending on the game. It's usually mostly white magic, but you know, it bounces around. But it's like blue magic. Sometimes it shows up as a spell for them. It's weird. They get Arrow, Arrowa, Arrowga, Arrowja if that goes that far. It's a blue magic sometimes, but yet like it's also like a white mage staple for some reason. I was like, yeah, no, it's just weird that happened. This is that weird era.
Okay, so it was, what did I have? Yeah, creepy guy.
Oh.
Okay, that's Colingen.
Okay,
let's
we'll
come back
here. Yeah, creepy guy. You're on 3.
Yeah, so creepy guy.
Creepy guy.
I don't actually remember. I had a second one. I forget what it is.
Is it the body thing? Or is it just the weird thing where he was like, he got kicked out because of her amnesia thing and he kept coming back with the boombox? Because that was the whole story, because they had like an imperial attack happen. She got caught up in it while he was gone treasure hunting. She got hurt. She got JRPG anime amnesia.
I think it's that.
Actually, what happened was that an imperial attack happened, but an imp showed up and went like, this will annoy Naka later on.
Yeah, I think the second reason is honestly that we just don't have enough information. Because on one hand, it could be something like he found she had not died. She was like in a coma or something. And so he's like, well, I've got to do what I can to save her. Or what have you, after that. And then he's run into this guy who's keeping her effectively suspended for all of that. Maybe that was the case. Since we haven't been given information about the specifics, it feels like he took her dead body.
It kind of feels like that. It's
and then
weird.
Said, hey, I want you to bring this lady back to life. Like, yeah, she died. That's sad. She had her moment. You're not letting her rest in peace. You're looking into necromancy to bring your loved one back. A little creepy. So, like, we don't have information. And I think the way the story has been told leads us to believe the creepier of options.
Yeah.
The last reason that it's creepy is that
Celeste?
Is that he's hitting on Celeste.
They had this weird... If you didn't know, it'd be cute.
Yeah.
It'd be cute to be like that whole, like, oh, she's a former Imperial general, he's a treasure hunter. Oh, they kind of have this thing going on. But it's weird that we know because it feels like, is he replacing her with her?
The thing is...
And she's just like...
She's still alive! That's the creepy... If she died, if she had died, if that's just a sad story that's part of his history, then we could have that moment where she's like,
I think it's...
am I replacing her or whatever? And they even kind of had that moment.
I think that's the thing.
Then that's fair that he has to work with that and appreciate her for who she is and not view her as that's cool. But no, she's still alive and he's working on bringing her back while he's also hitting on Celeste.
No,
that's creepy.
No, the thing is that she is actually dead.
Well, he's having her body preserved so he can bring her back to life.
Yeah, with the whole, no.
Like,
it's just...
do you want to bring your lover back to life? The quest that you have been working very long on to do? Or do you want to get with Celeste? What's going on? If you're going...
It's that, I swear to God, I always go back to, it's Inuyasha. It's like, I get it. What is her name? Well, it's not Kagome. Who's the... Kikyo.
Yeah.
It's like, Inuyasha liked Kikyo. I get it. They were in love. They were going to be together. She died. End of her story. She reincarnates as Kagome. Kagome comes back in time due to shenanigans. Inuyasha and her kind of hit it off because, reincarnation. He could try again. Then some witch brings back Kikyo with, like, steals her ashes and resurrects her, and she's, like, in a temporary undead zombie-like body. And it's like, she's temporary at this point, but then there's a love triangle, and it's like, there can't be a love triangle! One of you is dying and slowly and has to absorb the souls of others to keep going. This can't work out! Ever!
It's Inuyasha, except before even meeting Kagome, and throughout the entirety of the series, Inuyasha is actively trying to do the thing where he brings Kikyo back to life himself. Like, yeah, you know the creepy thing where, like, evil person brought Kikyo back to life? No, Inuyasha is trying to do that the entire series.
Yeah, it's just these...
That's it! That's why it's creepy! It's like, oh yeah, they're hitting it off, and clearly, like... Oh, and, like, and also Inuyasha and Kagome are way less tsundere with each other.